Tom Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. I've got a really creative broadhead to test for you today. It's another broadhead kind of in the budget line. These are really cheap, okay? You can get a 3-pack of these heads for like under $9, okay? I think they're like $2.33 each, and they're made by Cold Steel. You might have seen me test in the past their Cheap Shot, which is just like a plastic, solid plastic broadhead, okay? It performed a little better than I thought. This one is also called a Cheap Shot, but it's called the Cheap Shot Bone Saw, okay? Because it's got a stainless steel main blade, but then it uses that space-age polymer, okay, plastic thing for the ferrule and the threading and so forth. So I'm really eager to see if this thing is going to hold together or not. A buddy of mine, Gene, donated a pack of these, so thanks, Gene. I'm really eager to put it to the test using all of my protocol for 2022. And for that, I'm using my Bowtech SR6 and my Bowtech CP28, as well as I'm using Bishop FOC King arrows for most of the shots, and then the Bishop FAD eliminators for the really hard impact shots. And hey, if you have a head that you're interested in me testing, please just reach out to me. Send me a pack. I just need at least 3 new heads and I can do a test. Like Gene, I really appreciate you sending me this pack. But if there's any others, please just contact me. Make sure I haven't tested it already and send me some, because I'm eager to test all kinds of different broadheads. So let's zoom on in here, check out this Cheap Shot Bone Saw, and then see how it performs. Here's a good look at the Cheap Shot Bone Saw. Okay, this is a really intriguing head, especially for the price of $2.33 a pop. Okay, that's not very much. And yet they say right in the package that it's an excellent choice not only for nuisance animals and varmints, but also for turkey, deer, wild boar, and elk. Wow, pretty hefty claims there. Now, the materials, the blade is 1 piece of stainless steel, and by my measurements, it's 0.060 inches thick. So nice, thick piece of steel. Its cutting diameter, again, by my measurements, is 0.95 inches, so just less than an inch of cut. It's brought to a single bevel on both sides. The back edges are not sharpened there, as well as it has this serration in this model, and they say that's just going to aid in slicing through tissue as well as bone. Now, the materials of the ferrule, that's where we're saving the money. It's said to be a space-age polymer, which usually is just a fancy phrase for plastic, okay? It's just a good plastic, but plastic can be pretty durable. Although I will say, when you screw it on, you don't want to overly torque it onto your shaft there. I did that in one of them, and I twisted it right off, and it broke, and it was a real pain to get that little stem out of my insert there. So I'm not going to make that mistake twice, and it doesn't give me a lot of confidence as I go forward with the rest of the testing, but who knows, we could be really surprised. So really eager to see how this Cheap Shot Bone Saw performs. $3.75. It penetrated 6 3/4 inches. $400. It penetrated through 49 layers. It rotated just 5 degrees at 10.5 inches of penetration. Surprisingly, it's in perfect condition after 3 shots through the MDF. Here it is after 2 shots through the steel plate, and man, this was totally unexpected. It did really well. There's just a little bit of damage to the front of the blades, but other than that, it's in really excellent shape. And here's the holes in the steel plate. They're kind of short, but they're just a classic S cut from a decent single bevel 2-blade head. So here's all that's left after being shot into the concrete. Now, I was impressed that the blade actually embedded in the concrete. Okay, that was pretty impressive, and it took a little while to get it out, but the ferrule made out of this space-age polymer, it just split in half. I never did find the other piece of it. So actually I was really impressed with the durability through the MDF and the steel plate. I was not expecting it to hold up to that, and I was expecting it to explode on the concrete, and yet it's stuck in the concrete. So I gotta say, it really surpassed my expectations in the durability department. So what'd you think of the bone saw? Hey, it way exceeded my expectations. You know, you say plastic, and I just think there is no way, okay? But wow, it performed really well to make it through the MDF 3 times and the steel plate 2 times and be in relatively good shape at that. Man, that was really impressive. I didn't expect it to hold up to the concrete. Matter of fact, I was really afraid to do that test because I feared it would just explode all over me. But man, durability was really a strength of this head and had a lot of other things going for it as well. Now, would I use it on a deer hunt? Personally, I wouldn't, okay? But if I only had, $2.50 to spend for a broadhead, maybe I would. But I could see it being useful for a lot of other things, and I definitely think it could kill a deer or an elk or anything like that. There's no doubt that it could. So you check out your budget, you check out the score sheet, and see what you think, and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most.